Hey everyone, this is Senior Stationery again, and today's review is gonna be on the 1984 Lamy Black Pen Rollerball and Fineliner. Thank you, Mr. Lego Man. So let's take a look at this interesting and very rare Lamy pen. This pen, I first want to say, was launched in 1984, 2 years after the other pen, kind of similar to this one, but the white one, called the white pen. Lamy in 1980 launched their famous Lamy Safari, and then in 1982, 2 years later, they launched the white pen, also designed by Wolfgang Fabian, their designer. And then 2 years later, now in 1984, the same designer, Wolfgang Fabian, launched the black pen. So let's take a look. This pen, let me show you, was launched in Fineliner and Rollerball versions only. Unfortunately, it would have been great to see this pen as a ballpoint, but there was no ballpoint ever made. What's the difference, or how do you notice the Fineliner from the Rollerball? Well, basically, if you see the body, it's pretty much the same. The only thing that gives you a hint is the sideways of the cap. Fineliners have a rectangle, a color rectangle that shows on both sides, on one side and the other, which is this lets you know that this is for a fine liner because it makes a narrower line. The Rollerball has a circle, in this case has a dot, a large circle dot on both sides, and that's how you notice the Rollerball, distinguish the Rollerball from the Fineliner. But as if you're familiar with the Lamy brand, basically their Fineliner and Rollerball refills fit perfectly the same, so there's no much difference except aesthetically. So let's take a look at the design. This pen was made in the 4 main colors. On Rollerball, I'm lucky to have the 4 colors, which is very hard to get. The black one, which has the black dot, as you can see, the green dot for green ink, the red dot for red ink, and the blue dot for blue ink. And the Fineliner, oops, sorry for that shaking. Okay, and the Fineliner I have on green, as you can see, blue, and red. I'm still pending to find and be able to get the black ink. This pen was intended, as for what I've been researching, a disposable, refillable pen. So if you check the body, this is all full ABS plastic, high quality resin plastic, really strong, really well made. I mean, for a 1980s pen. I mean, even if for Lamy being this a disposable, this is way better quality and fancy, even maybe compared to the earlier from this era pens from rivals like, I don't know, like Papermate, the Japanese stationers, even Pelikan, it's a German rival. So this was really way great quality. This pen also won the IF Design Award in 1985, a year later when it was introduced. Same as the white pen, which I spoke earlier, also was an IF award winner in 1983, the year after it was introduced. So this speaks a lot of the great quality and craftsmanship from Lamy. As you can notice, the cap is smooth, sleek smooth. You see the metal steel clip, you see a little bump, so when you can stick it in on your pocketer, it has perfectly etched Lamy, the iconic logo, slanted logo. I don't know if you can appreciate that. You might not be able to notice here on the camera, but below the steel clip over here, it has W Germany, as in West Germany, etched. And then if we check on the bottom, this is a cool feature, an interesting thing. You have a dot with the color of the ink. So if it's a Rollerball or Fineliner, you get a dot, so you can always know the cap from which barrel is it. So this is a red ink, this is a blue ink, this is and again red ink, this is a black ink, because you don't see anything, so but it's a black. So this is a really well made pen for that era. I really love the design. I feel like when I see this pen, I feel it screams 1980s design, Bauhaus. I think of like, I don't know, I think of the word turbo, like sporty car. I think of like a gear shift stick or a lever from, I don't know, from a steering wheel from a 1980s car. So it's very nice. The full body is all rigid, so it's part of the statement and gives like a sporty look. Then we have the semicircular ending with the dot of the color. You can post the cap on the back easily. It makes a slight click. The end part gets unscrewed over here on the front, and here's where you put the refill. This same part shares the same piece is the same shared with the white pen, the Lamy white pen. So that's a good part. You can switch or share this part with if you have a white pen, or if you lose this part from a white pen, you can grab it from a black pen. So that's a good thing and cost saving idea from Lamy. This is this is what it looks like posted. Really nice shiny steel clip, very sturdy actually. The design works pretty well. As you can see, the steel pops out from the very center part, and as you can see, the ending goes all the way here through the other side, and then goes on top, and then goes like this, and then makes a slight slanted, as you can see. Total retro Bauhaus styling, as you can see. And then we can post it back. Next click. Oh, I thought I had a refill poster, but I did not. Okay, but anyhow, it's pretty much accepts any current Lamy rollerball or fineliner. So if you have any of those, that fit perfectly well. Let me point out that the high capacity Lamy fineliner and rollerball, the one that is a transparent body, do not fit this one. You know, I don't know if you're aware with the 2000s fineliners, those large capacity refills will not fit this one. This one only fits the regular metal bodied refills for fineliners or rollerballs. So be aware of that the large capacity from the fineliners do not fit on this one. So be aware of that point. I'm making that point out. I do like I like to use this pen. This is my favorite pen of all style wise from Lamy, but I do a cool hack to use it. I said on also on the white pen video review that I make this quick hack. I cut with a art knife the ending part of an old used Lamy refill. As you can see, this is the ending part. And I grab a Pilot pen, Pilot Precise V5 retractable refill, and this is what I use to fit it, and it fits perfectly well. And this makes for a really great rollerball for riding. So let me show you. This is the Lamy Black Pen from 1984, designed by Wolfgang Fabian. Again, I personally like a lot the Pilot refills, so this is my pen hack. I really like the way the Pilot gel refills right, so I rather use these ones rather than the Lamy. But you cannot help but notice how truly beautiful this pen is. Sadly, Lamy does not feature it on their historic website and design, and it's a shame because I truly love this design. It's really lovely. I feel like Lamy made some really interesting styles in the 80s. So if you're able to see this one, grab it because it's very rare. Please give a like to this video if you like it. Remember to stay tuned for more reviews.